Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Ari and you guys are watching Finance Square. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the biggest stock that has been making a lot of shocking waves. I'm talking about GameStop and Dogecoin. Now, for those that have been living in a cave, Dogecoin has generated since the beginning of the year over 800% gain. And then when we're looking at GameStop since the beginning of the year, we're looking at over 3,000% gain. Now, I'm going to be reviewing guys step by step as to why those two instrument, I'm talking about Dogecoin and GameStop, has generated a lot of news, and also as to why they have been going up dramatically. So this is for you guys to understand how this whole ecosystem works. So let's begin. Now, before we start, I need to highlight this. For those that don't remember, last year, during the initial stage of the COVID-19, all brokerage platforms saw an astonishing high spike in new registration, people logging and people trading. Now, if you look here at this article from Investopedia, for example, it's written here that trading revenue tripled in March of 2020 compared to March 2019. They decline logged in more frequently, up to 56% from March 2019 to March 20. Now, just to put some numbers to it, so Robinhood only in 2020 added an additional 13 million customer. If you look at a platform like eToro added 4 million customer. As you can obviously think that any online brokerage platform or trading platform was able to add a lot of customers that were not working anymore, or they were sent away from their work, and they're basically trying to generate themselves those additional income, and some of them found those additional income on those trading platform, if it's a cryptocurrency or if this is a stock market. So now, if you look here, what has been happening in the past few weeks is quite astonishing. So we have an army of small investors using Reddit to punish hedge fund hoping to profit from failure of GameStop. And this have taken a battleground, sending some stock price soaring across the US, Asia, and Europe. Now, if you look here, I'm guessing this is the Reddit community that has been making waves. I'm talking about the Reddit community called Investing, with more than 1.4 million members, and currently there's 12.6 online members that are active. So you can see it's a very active community. So one of the things that are quite shocking, that they're very reliable and they're actually willing to take action. So the last comment that we have here is the Robinhood and other broker literally blocking purchase of the stock GameStop and other similar company that the community and other community have been buying and have been pushing the price upward. So if you see here, you obviously have some other company. We're talking about AMC Entertainment that went up by over 300%. It's to do with the largest cinema chain. We have American Airlines, and we have even BlackBerry that went over by 170%, Nokia over 40%, Blockbuster. So you really have a lot of industry that were targeted by this Reddit community to obviously to help or to bet against those hedge funds. So in theory, obviously right now, because of COVID-19, cinema are not working full time or not working at all. So basically, because of this logic, the hedge fund decided to literally to short those stocks. And here, this community decided that it's not fair that a group of hedge fund will take advantage of the situation, and they decided to basically to create an army of people that will be willing to buy those specific stock, and really that really pushed the price upward. And in most of the cases, those hedge funds that were shorting those stock lost a lot of money. Now, when we look at the trend on Google Trend, we can see that there was a spike. So right now, in the past week, GameStop has a 97 score of Google Trend, which is quite high. It's putting us almost at the same level of 22 to 28th of November. If you look at the trend of Dogecoin, so right now, Dogecoin has the highest ever if you look at the past 5 years. So we're looking here at 100% score of the interest over time, which was finally reached this year. And I'm going to show you how this happened. So this is Elon Musk's Twitter account, and this is what he published. And basically it's a mimic of the Dogecoin, basically taking the Dogecoin and obviously taking Vogue, and basically this really created a lot of interaction. To understand how much interaction, I'm going to show you exactly. That's only on Twitter. We're looking here. In the last 4 hours, in the last 3 hours, over 300,000 tweets, almost 400,000 tweets in regards to Dogecoin. If you look here, 5 hours, it was really a very big trending topic. And if you look here, you can even see GameStop. That was 9 hours ago. Okay, so even have Robinhood. The reason why I have Robinhood because Robinhood made the decision to literally to suspend user from buying and not shorting GameStop. So you have here, look at here, you have GameStop over 1,306 tweets. This is insane. This is a very high number. That was like 9 hours ago, and this is really, really insane. You have here Dogecoin 173, so you can really see what was the trend on those specific what was the most trendy word. So you see here, like Robinhood was really starring when it comes to on Twitter threads. So it was Robinhood, and you can see here the GameStop. So this is obviously something to understand the power of social media and the power of really influencing other people, which is obviously is correlated to the fact that most people probably decide maybe to look into it or maybe even buy those coins after they saw someone that they know, someone famous, making a specific comment. Now, to understand more, let's see really what happens. Since beginning of the year, I'm looking here at the Dogecoin. So since beginning of the year, so since 1st of January until today is the 29th of January, Dogecoin had an 800% gain. Now, I want a little bit elaborate about why was it possible for Dogecoin to reach this gain, and also Dogecoin is not a small cap coin; it's actually a quite big cap. So it has more than $1 billion market size. Now, compared to the other cryptocurrency, Dogecoin is not a very popular coin that have derivative, or they have option, or they have future. So it's not very common for people to buy the derivative of this coin. So most people are buying the real cryptocurrency. That's just for you guys from one perspective. Now, obviously, I think Dogecoin is also available on Robinhood. That obviously probably help. So I guess they had a two trends. They have GameStop that really helped them, increase the volume on the platform. They also have Dogecoin on the platform. So I think having those two instruments on Robinhood really increased the hype and people actually purchasing this coin. Now, so as I said, it's not very common to see derivative of this coin, so most people need to buy the physical coin compared to Bitcoin or Ethereum, maybe on Litecoin or XRP, where there's already a derivative, an option, and future. Now, when we're looking here at GameStop, so GameStop had over 3,000% gain. So just for you to understand what we're talking about, when it was the 1st of January, we're talking about $25 to $460. So obviously right now, for those who didn't know, there was already a correction of 45%. So right now it's trading at 193. So whenever the market will open, it will be 193. So that is a very big drop, but this is still an insane. So the reason why I'm doing this information for you guys to obviously to understand that currently there is a lot of power in social media. Social media, YouTubers, people like myself, or Twitter, Reddit has the power to impact stock, has power to impact cryptocurrency, especially in an instrument that is not very high leverage. Now, just for you to understand how it really worked before COVID-19, before everyone was actually interested in cryptocurrency or in stock, it hedge fund probably buy once a quarter a stock, and then that's it. So if I want to now review, I actually want to see GameStop volume. Let's see, GameStop stock volume. So I just want to show you guys the volume of the stock on average. So the average volume for the stock is 25 million. This is the average, which is obviously it's nothing. Okay, so it's really nothing. So the average is 25, but then obviously we can see here that there was a double. I'm guessing even more. I'm just trying to see here. So I'm just trying to see the volume. Okay, so if you look here at my screen right now, you can see that on usually the volume is below $1 million. So around the 29th of December, the volume, so basically the amount of stock that were changed per day on that day was $730,000. Now, when we look here, we see a very big jump from $730,000 to around here. If I'm looking at, I will say probably around 12 to $22 million. And then you have like even at some point you have $60 million of amount that have been traded per day. That is a dramatic increase. So regardless of how big the market cap is, in traditional stock, the hedge fund are not buying every day. They're buying once a quarter, once a month, and that's it. They do not buy and sell. This is why we're seeing all this stock pushing up, because the hedge funds are not usually buying on a daily basis, and they basically bought or they short and then they hold to the position. Contrary to a retail customer, they will basically buy, close, buy, close, buy, close, buy, close, which is a very different strategy. And this is the reason why we're seeing this big price change upward compared to other industry. I hope this video gave you a lot of clarity as to what is happening in the stock market in regarding to GameStop and other similar stock that really went up through the roof, and also as to why Dogecoin went up. Until next time, bye bye.